It's game time on The Score, the place for local winter high school sports. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we're your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet. Our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union. Building lifelong relationships. Get connected. Stay connected. KVFCU. Invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland. Teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care. 216 Main Street, Waterville. Your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
And tonight we're live at the Thomas College Ice Vault in Augusta. It's some late-night hockey for you tonight. Some late-night girls high school hockey as the Winslow Black Tigers take on the Yarmouth Clippers. Welcome to the broadcast and this late-night hockey here tonight. Mike Violet, A.J. Knight, and our Score crew. Bad blood.
Yeah.
There is bad blood between these two girls high school hockey teams, the Yarmouth Clippers and the Winslow Black Tigers. So bad, they had a fight in a game last year.
Yeah, can't reveal our sources, but video evidence has been shown, and I believe the statement also was the only fight in girls high school hockey in the state of Maine last year.
Yes.
That's bad blood, and we're due for one. We had one last year on the boys' side. Hadn't had one thus far early on in the season, so we're due for one.
We've only had one game, but yeah, there's bad blood between these Winslow Black Tigers and the Yarmouth Clippers in that one game played last year. It was a 7-1 win for Yarmouth Freeport. Yarmouth Freeport, it's a combo team like Winslow is a combo team of Winslow and Lawrence and Waterville and Messalonsky. Both are combo teams. That's where we are in high school hockey. Played that one game last year, but this Yarmouth team played for a state championship last year, lost to Cheverus in the state game.
Yeah, again, this is a playoff rematch, a semifinal game from last year, so a familiarity, obviously, with high stakes for both these teams, and then a state runner-up, and kind of a familiar, as you mentioned, we've only had one hockey game thus far in the season. These two, obviously, in the same class, but kind of a familiar setup to what we had in the Meso-Lewiston game that we opened our hockey season with, in which case Lewiston, obviously state champion team. Meso had high expectations, didn't get as far as they want, kind of get the rematch with, I think, the favorite knowing where it is, but still two very talented teams with, I think, two pretty high expectations.
We've got one of the best pure goal scorers in girls high school hockey in this one, Katie Berard for the Winslow Black Tigers. She is an absolute gunner. She's a junior. She is from Gardner High School. she can score with the best of them. She's the kind of player that can single-handedly win you a game.
Yeah, always good to have those star players. I mean, obviously led by her, but the stat as we were going through our notes, getting ready for this game, that stood out to me is through 3 games to start this season, this Winslow combo team is averaging 44 shots on goal. That is a ton of pepper on the goaltender and potentially some real juicy rebounds.
And that goaltender tonight for Yarmouth, their starting goaltender from a year ago as a freshman, she is Lexi Wiles. She is now a sophomore. And Zoe Gilbert, a very experienced junior from Messalonsky High School, in goal tonight for the Winslow Black Tigers. So 2 very experienced goaltenders, and we know that Winslow's going to put shots on goal. And frankly, we know Yarmouth is going to put shots on goal as well. This should be a very good up and down game. Yeah. I don't expect it. It could be chippy, no doubt about that, but I think it is going to be good up and down. So Wiles in goal for Yarmouth and Zoe Gilbert in goal for Winslow. They're just about set to go. We're going to get the players' intros and such, so we'll take a timeout right now. We'll come back. Puck drop. It's girls hockey. They don't like each other. Yarmouth and Winslow. We're back with it after this on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Tonight's game presented to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Your future starts now at cmcc.edu as these teams do their last-minute stretching. And for the Yarmouth Clippers, it'll be Emma White, Drea Rideout, Adeline Strout up front with Veronica Pandova and Celia Zinman on defense. Lexi Wiles will start in goal. And for the Winslow Black Tigers, it's Katie Berard between Sophia Sullivan and Molly Hambrick. On defense, Alexa Kakamo and Leah Mishu. And in goal, it is Zoe Gilbert. Winslow in the white and Yarmouth in the blue. We're set to go from the Thomas College Ice Vault in Augusta. The draw controlled by the Clippers, dropped into the neutral zone where it is picked up by Berard and cleared up right wing side to Sophia Sullivan. Can't use it, but swooping in there on a backhand by the very dangerous Katie Berard is wide. At the point, kept in on the pinch by Leah Mishu. Now it's cleared out. And at center, knocking it back up, is Kakamo. Quick change right out of the gate here, and they get back on that loose puck late, almost swooping in there to get it with Sophia Sullivan. And here comes Yarmouth, a open ice check. Of course, this is a non-contact sport, believe it or not.
Body checking not allowed. This was so interesting talking about the physicality because the Winslow coaching staff mentioned specifically got to clean up our special teams play.
Katie Berard on the forecheck as Winslow still has that first line out there. In the corner it goes to Erica O'Connor. O'Connor clears it up and gets it out of the zone. A 2-on-2 breakout. Right wing side, it is Naveschuk. Naveschuk dumps it in, that is, into the corner. A couple of players go down, one from each side. Coming in is Dylan McElhiney. McElhiney centers it, nobody home. At the left point, it's dropped up by Sophie White. The shot is off the side of the net there. Loose puck comes out to the right side. And Sullivan clears it up, and this may be icing. In fact, it is. So they will bring it back and face it off back in the Winslow zone. It'll be to the right of Zoe Gilbert. Just underway here, 1:26 in. And scoreless so far between Yarmouth and Winslow.
Yeah, Yarmouth. Sorry.
Nope,
I was going to say Yarmouth, a couple opportunities there, but nothing officially a shot on goal yet. Not much behind them either.
Pody and Naveschuk on the faceoff. Pody wins it to herself and she can't. No, she did get it out of the zone. This is a delayed offside. Yarmouth has to touch up and they blow it dead as they are not able to. So a faceoff will be right at the line. And Pody will stay out there and take this faceoff with Celia Zinman, a junior center. Zinman wins the draw. Back to the red line to Williamson. Williamson dumps it in. It's picked off at the line by White. White drops it back in. Back defensively, Josie Kelly. Kelly clears to center. At center, Yarmouth. On the near side, White. White dropped it in the middle, looking there for Zinman. Did not connect, trying to clear out his Fortuna. Or check that Kelly. Now Kelly has it taken away. The centering pass by McGrath, and it ends up going right through the crease and all the way to the near side and up the wing. It is Zoe Ward, and Ward ices it. And we have our second icing on Winslow in the game, so they'll bring it back and face it off to the left of Zoe Gilbert. Actually to the right of Zoe Gilbert. 12:46 left in the first, no score. On the draw here for Yarmouth, it's Naveschuk. It is won by Yarmouth. Back to the left point. Dropped down low by Pandova. Rolls on the net there. Gilbert steers it aside. Over to Mishu. Mishu gets it up to Berard. Berard just able to work it out of the zone. Just barely in front of the Winslow bench. Berard gets on that loose puck. Berard puts her head down. Loses the puck in the scramble there. And McElhiney McElhiney gets it back. Now up to center, O'Connor. O'Connor has the red line and dumps it in the zone. Back to get it. Liam Issue. Taken away. Neveshchuk. Neveshchuk on the forecheck there. Almost had a scoring opportunity. Up the near boards. Winslow trying to work it out, and letting it go is Sullivan, and this is yet again an icing call on Winslow. So we've had 3 so far.
Starting to see Winslow at that just opening flurry, and all of a sudden Yarmouth really hemming in the Black Tigers.
So the face-off again to the right of Zoe Gilbert. Celia Zinman on the draw with Berard. Right in their feet, right at the face-off dot. Goes back behind the net to Kakamo. Kakamo from Meso. Kakamo. They work it up the far side. Headman pass to the middle to Sullivan. Sullivan with Berard. Berard holds the line. Sullivan back over to Berard, but she had slowed down and couldn't get up to it. Drea right out. Drops it behind the net to O'Connor. O'Connor holds. Does a 360. Comes up the near boards for Emma White. White lugs it out. Pass in the middle to Zinman. Zinman over the line. Swept away by Leah Mishu. It's kept in by Yarmouth, but it's cleared up and out to Sullivan. Sullivan lost it as it was taken away from her by O'Connor. Now in neutral ice, here is Pody. Pody lost it to Yarmouth, cleared up to the Winslow line to Kelly. Josie Kelly trying to catch Yarmouth at a change. They do. Right wing passer a little slow to take advantage of it. Zoe Ward trying to gain control on the boards. Tied up there. Now it comes back to Yarmouth defenseman Sophie White. She drives it in the Winslow zone. Back to Kakamo. Kakamo checked well on the play there by Aaron O'Connor. O'Connor side of the net. O'Connor in front dangerously. It's swept away. Still there in front. Still loose. Sliding over is Gilbert. She steered it aside. Kakamo with problems. It's centered. It goes right through the slot. Off the dasher. Back it goes to White. A shot and a save by Zoe Gilbert.
Finally, the first shot on goal, and that actually probably less dangerous than that flurry you saw there right in front. That one stayed alive for a minute, but Yarmouth just couldn't do anything with it.
Face-off will be Neveshchuk on the draw with Pody, and it is won by Pody in the skates now in the near corner of O'Connor as she worked it behind the net. Centering pass right through the slot. Nobody home except Pody. And Elliot Pody gets the red line, drops it in, but it's first on it. It's Eleanor Williamson. Williamson left it. In the near corner, it's O'Connor. O'Connor can't clear it out. Kept in by Nichols. Nichols fires one wide. Off the boards, it's Spears. Spears centered it. Nobody home except the Yarmouth Clippers and Neveshchuk. Neveshchuk lost it. Here's Pody. Pody works it over the line, but Yarmouth has numbers, and the Clippers able to work it up and out of the zone. Pandova. Pandova pass, right wing side, over there to McElhiney. McElhiney dumps it in. Yarmouth will get a change. On the go with 9:40 to go in the first. No score. No real great scoring chances for either side yet. Pody let it go as she was going to the bench on a change. This is offside. They blow it off because Winslow clears the zone. Berard barreling to try to forecheck. Can't. It goes to White at center. Now, lead pass to Rideout. Drea Rideout upended there. Did she get tripped or just trip on her own? There is no penalty. So they're calling it a no penalty. And behind the net now for Yarmouth, it is White. White can't keep it in. Trying to skate it up and out was Mishu. She failed at that. Now it's cleared out, and this is not icing. They say it was tipped. So there is no icing. Back to get it, O'Connor. O'Connor checked by Berard. Berard knocked her down. I thought this was no contact.
Yeah, they're letting them play.
Here's Mishu. Remember, they don't like each other, and it's going to get chippy. There has been a chippy incident or two already. That's a slow pass. Didn't have much on it, trying to get it up to Hambrick, and it's intercepted at the red line by Neveshchuk. Now Pody. Pody clears it to the Yarmouth line. Strout up to center. Strout lost it, got it back. Now it's poked away by Winslow's Leah Mishu. On the near boards, caught up there in the snow on the edge of the dasher. We've got a 2-on-2 pileup over there, trying to pull it out of there, Zoe Ward, and she did cherry pick it out. They work it out of the zone. Winslow now at its own line, works it up to center, where it's picked off and cleared back in by Neveshchuk. Yarmouth is off sides, but puck never got in the zone. Now it does get in the zone. Winslow clears it out to center. Missing it there, White. She goes back and retrieves it, fires it in. Slowed up right on the near boards by Abby Webb, or check that 3, Alexa Kakamo. Kakamo trying to clear it out. They do. A lot of nothing so far here as we are almost halfway through the first period.
Yeah, well, Winslow just struggling to get out of the zone. The Yarmouth forecheck has been really good at keeping them hemmed in, as Winslow just can't even get to the red line.
Pody on the draw for the Black Tigers. She'll be opposed by Celia Zinman. And it's right in the feet of the referee there. Trying to duck for cover at the same time. Cleared out. Pody almost got a stick on it, but it tipped off her stick, and it goes back to Sophie White. White up the boards. Here comes Yarmouth dumping it in the zone. Was Sally McGrath. Off the dasher, a shot there and a save by Zoe Gilbert. That was probably the best scoring opportunity of the night for either side. Play in the Winslow zone. The Raiders have been pretty much hemmed in so far. That one's off the glass and out. It'll make it all the way down. It will not be icing. Pulling off the boards there is Williamson. Left it, though, for White. White up the far side for Drea Rideout. Rideout lost it. Backhanded back in by Ward. Taken back out by Yarmouth. Ward had it for a moment. Ward knocks it away from White. Ward over the line, but she's all by herself. Got no help there in White. And now it's cleared over the red line. Turned back on a good check by Katie Berard at center. It is McElhiney. McElhiney lost it. McElhiney gets it back. McElhiney can skate. Lugs that puck over the line. Goes wide. Shoots, and it's high and wide on the glove side. Dylan McElhiney, an excellent rush. She has got some wheels. Now back over the line for Yarmouth. It's White. Off the dasher behind the net. Collected there, cleared out of the zone by Josie Kelly. At center ice, knocked back into the Winslow zone by Erica O'Connor, but it is offside with 6:05 to go in the first. No score. High school basketball ×2 tomorrow night. It's Messalonsky at Lawrence, the girls at 6. The boys at 7. Live video and audio at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and on YouTube at Central Maine Sports. Over the line, McElhiney scored! Dylan McElhiney took that puck away from a Winslow player, went right down the slot, went upstairs, and beat Zoe Gilbert. It's 1-0 Yarmouth.
That credit actually, I think, aided there as O'Connor, I think, got a piece of it to knock it away, and then McElhiney just picked it up and ran off with it.
That was a great shot. She buried that upstairs, went roof, and it's 1-0 Yarmouth. Time of the goal, 9:02. And Yarmouth gets the jump. Now over the line, it's McElhiney again. Poke checked away by Mishu. She is dangerous. Now stealing it, here's Emma White. White goes wide, forced wide by Kakamo. Centering pass, good job to get that centering pass, but nobody home there in the slot. And it's cleared out by the Winslow Black Tigers. As Hambrick got it out of the zone. Berard with the forecheck there, steals it, almost a 2-on-1 with Sophia Sullivan, but they could not capitalize on it. It's cleared to the Winslow line where Kakamo has it. Kakamo dumped it up. Kakamo gets it back. Kakamo lost it. It's backhanded in by Zinman. First on it for Winslow, Leah Mishu. Mishu forced wide. Nobody home in the middle of the ice as she dumped it out there.
Her teammates taking a change there, so there's just nobody but Clippers.
Ridden back in by Yarmouth. First on it is Mishu. Checked on the play by Zinman. Forced back. Mishu tries it again. It's deflection. She tried to pass right in front of the net. That was ever dangerous. Now jumping on it, Zinman. Zinman lost it, though, on the check. It goes up the near boards. Yarmouth with a good forecheck here. Emma White right to the net. Shoots it, hit the goalpost. It hit the goalpost, stick side. Now it's loose. Backhander, save there by Gilbert. On the backhanded shot of Celia Zinman. Zinman right on the doorstep, could not convert, and give Gilbert all the credit there for keeping this a 1-0 game.
Credit to the plumbing, too.
Plumbing. We got to get a plumbing sponsor.
Yeah, we do.
So Zinman almost converted. Over the line now, it's White again. And outside the zone, here comes Winslow. This is Leah Mishu. Mishu with a head of steam. Mishu right down the faceoff circle to the forehand, but she can't convert on it. Loose puck, Pody slides it up, got nothing on it. Jumping up now for Winslow, Kate Nichols kept it in. Nichols lost it, and Yarmouth on the loose puck, and they clear it out to the Winslow line. Back, though, is Mishu. Leah Mishu off the dasher. Intercepted, back Erica O'Connor. O'Connor over the line. A shot wide on the stick side. Off the boards, near side on the pinch. It's Adelaide Strout. Trying to keep it in, could not. Strout back to her teammate O'Connor. Over the line, swept in by McElhinney. McElhinney has the Yarmouth goal. Now Mishu reverses, goes up the far boards to Berard, who's been held in check so far tonight. As we come down to 3 minutes left, now with Steele, here's Neveschuk. Neveschuk's got some wheels, that's for sure. Over the line, she had it poked away, and breaking it out for Winslow, Kate Nichols, or checked up, Kate Berard. Lost it, back over the line, it's O'Connor. O'Connor shoots, and a glove save might have gone wide, but Gilbert takes no chances. And Zoe squeezes it, hangs on for the draw with 2:50 to go in the first.
As you see the shot there from the assistants plus instant replay, you got an equipment check here, I think, Mike, with Gilbert. Looks like they're checking her skate, maybe. But Winslow just sort of looks out of sync. There's so many times it feels like they're trying to get it up into the near the red line, center ice, and they're in a change, or they're just don't look like they're playing together.
Definitely hemmed in so far as Gilbert is at the bench. And
looked like they were looking at her skate.
Skate, strap, something like that on Zoe Gilbert. So she's over to the bench to get looked at. Maggie Blaze is the backup goalkeeper, just for the record, in case she'd have to come off. But she's all set to get that taken care of. So Gilbert back in net. Face-off will be to her right. It'll be Zinman and Berard. Won by Berard. Up the boards, it's up and out. Here is Berard. Berard one-on-one. To the middle she goes, and a quick shot and a save by Wiles. You can see the ability there of Berard. Did she snap that one off fast or what?
In a hurry.
Boy, that was a shotgun release by Katie Berard. Diagonally, it's fed into the Winslow zone. Jumping on it, White. White near boards, forechecking it, Zinman. Zinman back now, shoots it wide from the edge of the faceoff circle, off the dasher, Drea right out. There's a shot and a screen, it's knocked down. Winslow should be able to clear it out. Here is Sullivan. Sullivan at the red line, dumps it in. First on it here for Yarmouth is White. 1:58 left in the first. 1-0 the lead for Yarmouth on a goal by Dylan McElhinney. Here's the steal by Sullivan. Sullivan knocked off the puck. And back now is Strout. Strout over the line. Strout in a screen. Shot there, saved by Gilbert. Jumps on the rebound and hangs on.
That Strout there, 1-on-3, absolutely fearless, and then almost gets a juicy rebound right there as Gilbert lost track of it.
Face-off will be to the right of Zoe Gilbert. Off the draw. Winslow with control of it. Mishu able to drop it out of the zone, but right back in is Yarmouth. And Mishu on it again. She will retreat behind the net. Deflects off a skate. That's a very dangerous pass there. She's lucky that didn't go in the net. Driven back in by Eleanor Williamson. Centering pass knocked away by Gilbert. The backhand trying to center is blocked. Swept by Spear. Can't clear. She had the boards to use. Did not use them. Now Pody. Pody 2-on-2 with Spear. Pody over the line, poked away by Williamson. The center, skated off here by Sophie White. White, good headman pass. Here is O'Connor. O'Connor drops it in, that is, and gets off. She's going to change with 50 seconds left in the period. Winslow down 1-0. Could be worse. They've been pretty much hemmed in the entire period in their own zone. Up the right wing boards. Pass did not get through. Now, on that loose puck, Spear. Spear at center. Winslow not skating like Yarmouth is at all.
No. It's just, they almost look timid to a certain extent.
It almost looks like Winslow's got the bus legs and not Yarmouth.
Yeah.
Yarmouth is the one that had the ride up here. Possible breakup for Ward if she can get on it. Ward, by the time she does, everybody catches up. Ward goes deep behind the net on the dasher there. Puck is tied up. Ward and Celia Zinman. 5 seconds left in the period. They're pinned. Now Strout pulls it out of there. Strout skates it out. That'll run the clock out. And that is the end of that. And so, one goal in the period scored by Dylan McElhiney, and that is it. The score at the end of one from the Thomas College Ice Vault in Augusta is the Yarmouth Clippers 1 and the Winslow Black Tigers 0. You're watching and listening to high school hockey on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermit and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermit location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWATs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
First period breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. 1 goal in the period scored by the Yarmouth Clippers. Dylan McElhiney, 9:02, right from the slot, about 30 feet out. She blew it right by Winslow Black Tigers goalkeeper Zoe Gilbert. Again, 9:02 the time of the goal. Shots in the first period, Yarmouth with 5, Winslow with 1. Our first period breakdown presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. They do not clean the ice. They give the girls 3 minutes, and we are set to go here in period number 2. With Yarmouth on top 1-0. They'll go in they'll go in opposite directions here.
I got to think you're Winslow. You were kind of happy to get back on the ice because it's not a good first period.
Yeah, that was very lackadaisical, I thought. Yarmouth certainly had the better of it. They had the jump in their legs. Back at the right point, the drive up by Strout went wide. Winslow trying to clear, kept in. Good job there by Emma White to keep that puck alive in the offensive zone. Now a good clear out, and here come the Winslow Black Raiders. Berard, possible 2-on-1. The pass, though, not good. It was behind her. Berard to the boards. Able to hook it up and keep it away there from Navaschuk. Now Navaschuk with a check, left point, kept in by Leah Mishu, slides it up, and for the first time of the game making a move is Wiles, actually second time because Berard had a great chance on her earlier for the only Winslow shot.
Yeah, and I think you see Berard getting antsy on that whole stanza. She's smacking her stick on the ice, wanting it. It was just a blind pass. I think you could have rode out that 2-on-1 a little bit longer.
Face-off will be to the right of Lexi Wiles in goal. for Yarmouth. Clean win by Berard, who's also great on the faceoff. A knuckleball from the point by Mishu and a save by Wiles.
Yeah, starting to get some shots on goal at least. Again, this is a Winslow team coming in, average 44 shots on goal per game. They had 1 in the first period.
Not going to get 44 tonight. They are off pace, let's say that. Berard behind the net. Berard trying to work on O'Connor. She's awfully strong on her skates, but O'Connor did take it away. Winslow did keep it in right point, but there's nobody at the left point. This will sneak out of the zone. And Yarmouth trying to jump up and break it out. Here is Strout, Adelaide Strout. Strout up to Zinman, back to Strout. Strout down the middle, shot deflected off the glove there at Gilbert. I think she kind of lost it afterwards, but it went deep behind her. And Winslow on the bust out. Pass up behind the intended receiver there, Molly Hambrick. Berard trying to get that loose puck. Hambrick jumps up. She can't get it either. Now coming from defense is Mishu. Mishu, a very good offensive defenseman, works it in the zone. Winslow, though, needed a change, so not much of a forecheck. In fact, no forecheck. Here's O'Connor, ran into her own player. O'Connor dumps it into the Winslow zone. Raiders, that's going to be icing. Yeah, they'll bring it back and face it off in the Winslow zone. 13:03 to go. Middle period, 1-0 Yarmouth over Winslow.
Show you that shot again. Gilbert, I think, a couple times already tonight, Mike, kind of having trouble seeming tracking it. We've seen a few where she feels like she's got it in her glove and she just hasn't totally seen it.
Face off, I agree. Face off to the left of Gilbert. She looks a little befuddled.
Yeah.
Good job keeping it alive. In the slot now. Goes back, left point, teeing it up is White, and White lost an edge right there, went down. Did manage to get it in the corner. That pass, centering pass, went right through the crease. Cleared out and another icing coming. Nope, they wave it off. Nope, they do call it on Winslow, so they'll bring it back, face it off.
And this is almost carbon copy. I know we're only 2+ minutes in, but this is how the first period went. Winslow got the opening flurry,
Icings.
And then it was Yarmouth the whole rest of the period.
Icings.
Yeah.
All right, face off to the left of Gilbert.
To quote a great skit, we must work in a bakery with all the icing we're doing.
Yes, we are. Neveschuk wins the draw. McElhiney, who's got their goal point. White couldn't handle it, and breaking out for Winslow, trying to go in, and it was Elliott Pody, and Pody not much of a rush there. She did slide it on Wiles, but could not get an effective shot off, and Wiles covers, gets a draw, and Winslow will get a rare face-off in the offensive zone.
They see on the Mid-State Machine instant replay, she was waiting for someone to come up, but Clipper's right there, so there's just not really much of an option.
Pody and Neveschuk on the draw. To the left of Wiles. One by Neveschuk. Behind the net. Cut to the middle. Good breakout here by Strout. Strout, left wing pass, too far in front there of O'Connor. O'Connor centers, loose puck, a shot, and I think it got blocked in front. Never made it through to Gilbert. Now it's loose and it bounces wide off the dash of Neveschuk. Maya Neveschuk. Back to the point. The shot by O'Connor. Wide. Neveschuk with it again. Neveschuk taken away by Pody. Pody can't clear. Kept in left point. O'Connor. O'Connor shoots right into the breadbasket there, and hanging on to it is Gilbert.
Yeah, just see, it just almost, to me, talk about the bus legs maybe, Mike. Yarmouth's just playing with a lot more confidence is what it seems like. They know whatever they're doing, they're being aggressive about what they're doing.
Face off to the right of Gilbert. It'll be Berard on the draw with Zinman. Berard eventually wins it. Off the dasher. Near side, Winslow to the middle. They work it out to Berard. Berard over the line, lost her edge there, lost the puck, loose puck. Shot is up and a save off the stick of Mishu. Mishu, an excellent offensive defenseman, and when Mishu's out there, that could have been a trip. Called on Yarmouth as Strout took the legs out there of Molly Hambrick. No penalty called, and at center, picked off by Mishu. When Mishu and Berard are out there, Winslow's dangerous. Here's a near steal by Berard, but it is skated off by Yarmouth. Good job there to wheel away by O'Connor. O'Connor up the far side. Now they work it up the middle to Zinman. Zinman to the boards, picked up by Emma White. White over the line, lost her footing. Slides it wide. A change by Yarmouth allows Winslow some room to work it up and out, but Hambrick is skating to the bench, so she couldn't get that loose puck. Now the pass ahead. Sullivan couldn't handle it. Now Winslow on the forecheck keeps it alive. Kept in by Berard at the point, but she's got to step off as Winslow needs a complete change. 10.5 to go in the second period. 1-0 the score on a goal by Dylan McElhiney. Picked off at center by Phoebe Williamson. Puck skips to center through Eleanor Williamson, picked up by Pody. Pody goes down, knocked away on a good back check by Pandova. Pandova got back and saved the day there for Yarmouth. Ahead now Zinman. Zinman pass left wing side looking for Aaron O'Connor, I guess. Off the boards, Kakamo. Kakamo's pass is blocked. She'll try this side. Kakamo can't get it out past the point. Williamson slides it up. It's knocked away by Gilbert. Gilbert went to her knees to make sure that didn't get by her. Now back at the point, Williamson. Williamson checked by Pody. Now the loose puck scooped up by Phoebe Williamson. Centering pass, nobody home. It's O'Connor in the far corner. O'Connor, left wing corner. Checked by Kakamo. Joining the fray there, Neveschuk. Neveschuk comes out of it. Face-off dot. Now circles. Neveschuk, a good skater using her wheels there. Neveschuk gets caught behind the net, literally. Still loose center right there in the crease, and I don't know why Gilbert didn't jump on that and stop play here. She's got to get control of that puck. Off the boards, it's Mishu. Leah Mishu can't get it past the point. Sliding it up there from the left point was Zinman. Now Winslow at least able to clear it for the moment, but Sophie White right back on it. Fanned on the first clearing attempt, gets the second one through. Now up to Pody. Boy, these teams really sluggish, both of them. They're skating right now. Not great. Here's Mishu, poked away, breaking it in. It's Drea right up. Right up. Has White. Right out, a shot off the side of the net. Now it is White gathering that puck. Gets it over to the far side to Rideout. Centering pass, broken up. Here's Berard. Berard with spew. That's definitely a trip. As Berard went down after being hauled down there by Sophie White. And that is off a skate. It's out to center. Getting out of the net is Gilbert as Winslow tries to get the extra attacker on. Winslow a little confused at its own line, and we'll finally get a whistle now as gaining control with Celia Zinman. And we have our first penalty of the game.
You're going to see it here on that trip, Berard. Easy call there. I'll tell you what, though, if you've been a parent in this audience, you've been wanting a few along the way because this game, they've been letting them play up to this point.
So White out for a trip. Time of the penalty, 6:49. And Winslow with a much-needed power play. Let's see if they can do something with it. 5-on-4 advantage for the Black Tigers. It is Neveschuk and Berard on the draw. So, boy, Berard did a really good face-off, man. Girl.
Person.
Berard. Person. No, okay, I want to get my phraseology right. That's off the side of the net by Hambrick. Loose puck picked up by Adeline or checked that Drea Rideout. Rideout, nice job to carry it all the way in. Rideout short-handed with an opportunity, but just as she went to fire it, it was just knocked off her stick there by Hambrick. That's great short-handed work by Rideout. And she is ragging or checked up by Strout a lot of time. She's already killed 40 seconds with that rush. Winslow tries to clear, they do, but it goes right to a Yarmouth player. And the Clippers will work it back. Veronica Pandova dumps it in. And back to fetch it for the Raiders is Josie Kelly. Got to get that puck to Berard somehow. And they aren't able to. Stolen by O'Connor. A backhander, a save there by Gilbert. It's almost like Yarmouth has the power play. Now the loose puck over to Nichols. Nichols, you need to find 21. Now they get it up to Sullivan. Sullivan over the line. They're onside. Goes wide. Shoots and a glove save high by Wiles. No rebound.
Nice job there. 3-on-1. Winslow. Clippers recovered nicely, as you see. And just really nice, easy save. She could see it clearly, able to make the glove save.
Face-off will be to the left of Lexi Wiles. 44 seconds left on the tripping call on White. One by Winslow. Back to Mishu, a shot and a save. And the rebound to White. Emma White clears it out. It's Sophie White who drew the penalty. She's in the box. Winslow, 30 seconds left to work with. Leah Mishu trying to get it up to Berard. Did get it to Katie Berard. Berard had it knocked away. Mishu cleared it in. Hambrick unable to handle it. Working it back up, Erica O'Connor. O'Connor short-handed. O'Connor slides it. It's sticked away by Zoe Gilbert. 10 seconds left on the penalty. Winslow, not much of a power play. One shot. At the line, it's Mishu. Mishu goes in. And White is back. And we are back to 5-on-5. And right in front of the penalty bench, had a collision there and a whistle blown.
There you see White come out of the penalty box right there and just run over the Winslow player.
All right, they're going to face it off. Oh, they're putting Emma White in the penalty box?
Yeah, yep. Looks like it.
All right, so each of the White girls have a penalty. After Sophie went out, they killed that. Now Emma is out. At 8:54. Not sure why. Interference, possibly. So Winslow back-to-back power plays. Here's Mishu. Here's the call.
For too many players on
Too many men. So it's a too many men on the ice penalty. Too many players on the ice. Winslow will take a freebie there. See if they can do something with it here, down 1-0. Raiders have had a hard time maintaining control of the puck, and they are now on this power play to center, and O'Connor just tips it out to neutral ice. Back is Berard. Berard lugs it, goes down low, centers, it's blocked. Good defensive play there by O'Connor. Berard back with it. Back it goes to the point to Mishu. Mishu stick handles to the side of the circle, bottom of the circle, bad angle shot, and a save there by Wiles. There is no rebound.
Trying to thread that one through. Finds Wiles, but obviously, like you said, just not much of an angle there.
Tonight's game brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Face off to the right of Lexi Wiles, the sophomore goaltender. Off the draw, Winslow keeps it in. Nichols at the point, block. Nichols gets it right back. Now it's picked up and out of the zone, Zinman. Zinman laid it over to Drea Rideout. Rideout worked it into the Winslow zone. Back out at center, picked off by Adelaide Strout. Strout all by herself, weaving through, goes in, goes wide, goes in and scores! A magnificent shorthanded goal by Adelaide Strout. Makes it 2-0 Yarmouth. That was some kind of work there by Strout.
That was a negative angle, and again, she just goes near side, top side.
I don't know how she got that through Zoe Gilbert.
No. We saw on the Mid-State Machine instant replay. Wow.
Time of the goal, 10:13. I'm going to guess that's an unassisted goal.
I think so.
It definitely was shorthanded. And it's 2-0 Yarmouth, a big, big goal. Scored while Winslow was on the power play. Great work there by Adelaide Strout, the junior defenseman, no less. Making it 2-0. Here's Zinman, forecheck, and another futile Winslow power play. Top of the circle, the shot blocked. Off the stick there of Rideout. 10 seconds left on the penalty. Near boards, it's Spear. Elsie Spear can't skate it out. Stolen by, guess who? Strout. Strout goes in looking for another one with 3 seconds left. That one went wide, and back on the ice now is Emma White, so we're 5-on-5 again. With 4 minutes to go in the second, a centering pass is blocked. Spear in the corner, not much on it. Can't get it by. Strout at the point. Strout has been out there for a long time. That's a long shift. She's been out there for the whole penalty now. 30 seconds more after that. Off the boards, far side offensive zone, Zinman for Yarmouth. Zinman goes deep on the backhand. The centering pass, nobody there. It goes back to Strout. Shot kicked out, and right there holding it in the pad is Gilbert. That's a good save by Zoe Gilbert.
Strout again just coming up to pinch that one in as it kind of just rolled loose. And Gilbert I think, kind of lost track of them and just sort of pinned it between her leg and the ice.
Strout is a force, especially here in the second. Neveshchuk on the draw with Berard, won by Berard. Around the boards, right point, O'Connor kept it in. Deep now to Mishu. Mishu tries to go up the far side. Winslow able to get it and get it up and out. Pass left wing side, too far ahead of Hambrick. Yarmouth on it first, but they can't clear. It's Berard dropping it into Hambrick, centering pass, and it's skated off there. Excellent defense. Sophie White doing her job there. Back over the line, O'Connor. Forced deep by Kakamo. Kakamo out of Mesolonsky with the loose puck. Up the boards, left point, swept up by White. Right in front, the shot went wide there by Neveshchuk. She was about 10 feet in front. 2:45 left in the second, 2-zip Yarmouth. Right point, unable to keep it in, Emma White. Goes all the way by her, back to get it, Sophie White. Sophie puts the brakes on. Check there by Hambrick. They bump one another, a little bit of a hook there, and she gets hauled down, and I think it's going to be Hambrick who's going to be going to the box.
Yeah, you're going to see her in the Mid-State Machine Instant Replay, if not a high stick, like you said, a hook or a hold on the way down, but she caught her pretty good with the stick.
Yep. So Hambrick is gone. And not what Winslow needed. They're short-handed for the first time tonight. Draw will come back in the Winslow zone. Time of the penalty, 12:29. So Yarmouth with an even strength goal and a shorty, now looking for a power play goal. Neveshchuk on the draw with Berard.
Number 12 back out there.
Yep.
Black Tigers penalty to
Here it goes, back to 12. Strout. Top of the circle, one-timer fanned on by O'Connor, but they keep it alive. O'Connor back to Strout. Strout to Neveshchuk. In a screen, it's blocked by her own player, Celia Zinman. Zinman at it. Come down, she took it to the boards. Back to the right point to Neveshchuk. Trading places with Strout. Back over. Neveshchuk, a one-time snapshot, doesn't get through. Off the boards. O'Connor. Back to the right point to Strout. Strout with an open lane shot, and Gilbert misplayed that, and it hit her in the chest and deflected high and wide. She got awfully lucky there. Loose puck, flipped up, cleared. Winslow can't get it out. Kept in right point. Neveshchuk, pad save there on the low drive by Neveshchuk. At the side of the net, Winslow very dangerous with it. And now it is cleared up and cleared out of the zone by Leah Mishu.
At one point, Winslow, I think, had a shot advantage, 6-1. It's now 8-7 Yarmouth in this period.
Yarmouth on a power play here for 45 more seconds. Winding up is O'Connor. At her own line, dropped it over right side to Strout. Strout weaves to the middle. Over the line, drop pass back to Zinman. Zinman laid it back. The shot is up by Neveshchuk. Score!
And I think it was Strout again.
She got the rebound, or did she tip it? It's hard to say because it was in a maze of players in front. We'll wait for the announcement. We do know it's a power play goal.
Yeah, based on, take a look here on the instant replay. You're going to see it dropped off. It get initially saved, and then I think you're going to see Strout poke this one in. Show you one more time here as we wait for the announcement.
So Adeline Strout. Adelaide Strout, excuse me. Not Adeline. If she was Adeline, she'd be Sweet Adeline after those two. Close enough. Sweet Adelaide. It's 2-zip. Excuse me, 3-zip.
Was an unassisted goal scored by number 12.
Unassisted?
I don't agree with that at all.
Scored by number 12, Adelaide.
So Strout has them both. Now they've decided it's not unassisted. And they've given the assist to Erica O'Connor with 30 seconds left in the period.
He's crazy. I'll tell you.
Well, he's just wrong. I'm not sure he's crazy.
Yeah, Zinman dropped it off. Neveshchuk snapped off the shot, and then Strout poked it in.
All right, breaking out is Spear. Spear, top of the circle. Can't really get a shot off. It rolled wide, just barely. Abby Webb drops it behind the net to Spear. Centering pass right there back is Webb, and I don't know why the horn sounded. It says 0.2.
Yes, it does. Are they calling? They're going to call this period? I mean, the clock stopped. No, they're calling it.
Okay, I guess they're going to call it. So that is the end of the second period, and they will go to the dressing rooms, and the ice will get cleaned here between the second and third period. So 2 goals in the period, both by Adelaide Strouts, and the Yarmouth Clippers will take a 3-goal lead into the third period. Score after 2 from the Thomas College Ice Vault in Augusta. It is the Yarmouth Clippers 3, the Winslow Black Raiders nothing. This is high school hockey on the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Oh, please start. You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
You deserve a better credit card, offering rewards you can redeem for merchandise and a competitive low interest rate you can feel good about. Connected Credit Union has the perfect credit card to meet your needs and your budget. Go ahead, reward yourself today by applying online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required, subject to credit approval.
At Haidt Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haidt Chevy. Haidt Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haidt family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back live at the Thomas College Ice Vault in Augusta. It is time for our second period breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Have a period, Adelaide Strout. She scored twice in the period, once shorthanded and once on the power play. The shorty came at 10-13, and that made it 2-0 in favor of Yarmouth. The power play goal came at 13:57 from O'Connor and Navishchuk to make it 3-0. So a shorthanded goal and a power play goal in the period for Adelaide Strout. The shots in the second, Yarmouth had 10 for a two-period total of 15. Winslow had 8 after just 1 in the first for a two-period total of 9. So the shots are 15-9. We had penalties in the second period. The White sisters went out for tripping and too many men on the ice. The too many men on the ice penalty served by White because she was on the ice at the time. And Hambrick went out for a hook for Winslow at 12:29. So our second period breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Our second period intermission brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. The difference in this game comes down to one word: skating.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think just again, I feel like whatever Yarmouth is doing, they're doing aggressively, and I think that's making all the difference. They're skating with more confidence, whereas Winslow just looks, you mentioned looking like they had bus legs. They just look like they're not in sync. And to your point, technically, Strout has 2 power play goals because the first one was a shorthanded one, so it was on a Winslow power play, and then she obviously collects on the Clippers.
That's a Bass Ackwards power play. That's what that is.
Yeah, but it's just created by the fact that, they've hemmed in Winslow. It hasn't really amounted to, I think, quite the shot disparity you would expect, despite the fact that Yarmouth's had that much possession, but Winslow just can't get to the red line.
They look like they're skating in quicksand. They just don't have any jump in their legs at all. Yarmouth has more jump. Also, there is a depth issue here as well. Winslow's got some good numbers out, but I think as far as trustworthy players are concerned, there's no question about it that Yarmouth has more than Winslow.
Well, and the other thing we talked about in the pregame is when it comes to, you have a great goal scorer in Berard, and that's awesome when you have a star player that can kind of be the tide that raises the boats. But at the same time, it can be counterintuitive sometimes when you get over-dependent on a player like that. And tonight, she's been really hemmed in, really struggled to get the puck anywhere favorable. And I don't think it's coincidence that Winslow's offense has really been stuck in the mud.
Yeah, they can't get her any open space at all because they haven't spent any time in the offensive zone. And she hasn't been able to break out. And Yarmouth is very aware of 21 and White, and as well they should be, because she is the real deal and is one of the, if not the best goal scorer in girls high school hockey in Maine, and Yarmouth is very aware of that, and they have made sure that 21 in White has been covered. And again, the skating ability is very clear that there's a significant gap between these two teams, and also Yarmouth has more depth, and right now they also have Adelaide Strout, who has 2 goals, both of them in the second.
Well, to your point, before she scores that first goal to Shorty, she had a couple of nice runs, doesn't score, and it looked like all of a sudden she was able to outskate Winslow by herself. She puts the shorthanded goal in, and by my count, over the course of those 2 goals over the last 5 minutes or so of that second period, I think she had 5 shots on goal, including the 2 goals. She just sort of really had a big effort. You pointed out, had an extremely long shift on the power play, on the shorthanded, on the power play defense.
She was out there shorthanded, so she was penalty killing. So a very long shift, and it paid off. All right, we're almost set to go here in the third. It's Yarmouth 3, Winslow nothing. Third period action. High school hockey next on The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Well, Bill Boardman's Winslow Black Tigers came into this game with a record of 2-1, but they also came in averaging 44 shots on goal per game. It's going to take one whale of a rally to get 44 shots in this one. They've only got 9 through 2.
Yeah,
they're being outshot 15-9.
I was say they put 35. They put 35 shots on goal this period. I think they might win the game because that's a whew. But yeah, again, it's just I think credit. You said skating as much as anything. Just a credit to Yarmouth skating, running them off the puck.
So Yarmouth with an even-strength goal, a power play goal, and a shorthanded goal, all for good measure tonight.
Remember my prediction because of all the weird stuff you and I have seen through this fall season. At some point, we're getting a goalie goal.
Okay, that would be fun.
That was my prediction.
That would be something. I've never had, in all my years of broadcasting hockey, never had a goalie goal before.
Okay, something even Mike hasn't seen.
Leah Mishu back in her own zone off the opening faceoff of the third. Mishu up the right wing side for Sullivan, taps it out. Berard hustles. Berard with wheels, but also with wheels as Rideout, and Rideout wins the race, and it's icing. Referee had to wait there just to see.
Gave it a run.
Berard and Rideout in a race. Actually, no, it was not Rideout. It was Strout, of course, Adelaide Strout, who's done everything but sell popcorn tonight.
I was just saying, didn't feel like he said her name much. Obviously, McElhinney had the first goal, but Strout took over that second period.
Strout and Zinman on the draw, won by... did I say Strout and Zinman? I meant Katie Berard and Zinman, and Berard won the draw. That would be 2 players from Yarmouth taking the faceoff against one another, which would probably not be fruitful. Centering pass, loose in the slot. Berard left it there for Mishu. Mishu can't clear. Kept in right point. Back in, rolls around the boards to Kakamo. Kakamo swept it too far and out of her reach, kept in by Emma White. Back to the left point to you-know-who, Strout. Strout has nowhere to go but off the boards.
I think it
and
hit
now
him.
It's cleared out. Here's Berard. Berard on Strout. Berard over the line, deep. Stops. Centers right there, and unable to do anything with it was Sophia Sullivan. Hambrick kept it alive. Deep to Strout, or checked up Berard. At the point, jumping up to keep it in on the pinch. Mishu rolls right there to the stick of Sullivan. Sullivan to the near boards. Swooping in is White. White backhands it out. Kakamo to an open side. Over there is Pody. Pody beaten to it, though, by Rideout. Rideout dumps it in. Each team, it's called for icing anyway, it doesn't matter. Each team will change with 13:24 left in the third period, and Yarmouth enjoying a 3-zip lead.
Right there on that stretch, like you said, had a loose puck opportunity that ended up coming to Sophia Sullivan all by herself, and then she kind of just sweeps it aside. It's just kind of how it's gone for Winslow tonight.
All right, Pody wins the draw, a rare win in the offensive zone by Winslow. Raiders can't do anything with it. Erica O'Connor with conviction comes away with it up the boards. They get it out by Kate Nichols. Here's a 2-on-2 over the line. It's Navaschuk. Navaschuk forced deep there by Berard. Good back check by Berard. And now it's rolled wide of the net. Nichols fights for it, goes behind the net, picked up there by McElhiney, who's got the first Yarmouth goal. White trying to go to the dasher. Spear can't clear. Kept in at the right point. Over on the left side to Erin O'Connor. O'Connor backhands it up. Hits the skates there of Navaschuk. Kept in left point by Sophie White. White down the boards for O'Connor. O'Connor rolled it in deep. Now it's kicked back to the point. Rolled wide by Sophie White. Off the dasher. Kelly missed it. And it's kept in. This is what Yarmouth has been doing all night long. They've been beating Winslow to pucks. Trying to backhand it up the boards is Webb. Winslow totally hemmed in. Left point now, Navaschuk. This possession by Yarmouth, they've had it in the zone well over a minute. Winslow still can't clear. They can't get it by White. She goes down low, rolls around the boards to Kelly. Kelly tries the middle, gets it out. Maybe icing it is.
And I think I think that's as much as anything. That possession, I think, is what also has limited Winslow a little bit, because you spend so much energy trying to finally get it out, you can't really get on a rush.
Exactly. You can't work on any offensive play. You can't get the puck out of the zone. And Winslow completely hemmed in, and they're double shifting Berard. She's back out there. Off the face-off, Sullivan trying to catch up to it. Can't. Berard hustles up. Berard 1-on-2. Berard with a very weak shot, a save there on the stick by Wiles. To the far boards. It comes right out to Berard. A shot blocked. Strout got a piece of that. To the dasher. It goes behind the net. Now to the far corner. At the left point, kept in by Leah Mishu. Mishu could not keep it in, as jumping out there to break the play up was Adelaide Strout. Actually, no, it was Drea Rideout. Winslow keeps it in front. The loose puck, unable to get a shot out there was Sullivan, and it comes out to center to Kakamo. Kakamo backhands it up. And now back to get it at the Winslow line, Leah Mishu. Mishu's pass almost picked off by McElhiney. Over the line now, it's Navaschuk. A shot and a save by Gilbert. It rolled behind her. She wasn't sure of it. She still doesn't know where it is. It ends up in the net. It's a goal. That is a goal. Gilbert couldn't find it. Winslow's defense couldn't find it. All 5 of their skaters couldn't find it. Finally, someone from Yarmouth found it and poked it in the net.
We'll take a look at the Mid-State Machine Instant Replay again. I have no clue who knocked that one in.
All I know is it's an even strength goal, and it came at 4:13. There's a major league scrum in front of the net. And unfortunately for Winslow, no player from the Raiders could get, or the Tigers could get, a glove on it or a stick on it. So we'll wait for the announcement to see who is credited with that poke in.
Hearing from our spotter, Logan Cameron McElhinney again.
Or is McElhinney?
That's
All
what I'm
right.
hearing. We'll see what the announcement says.
So Dylan McElhinney unofficially will get the goal. Here's the announcement. Winslow works it out of the zone to center. Raiders have it. It's Berard. To the far board, scooped up by Hambrick, back at her own line. Here's the announcement. He got it. So McElhinney gets it.
So give an assist to Navischuk as well.
So it's McElhinney from Navischuk. And Navischuk, quote, sets that up, and it's 4-0. And the Raiders going to need one whale of a comeback. It is tipped out to center. Trying to drive it in is Mishu. Mishu lost it. Here is Yarmouth over the line. The backhanded shot is swept away by Kakamo. On the boards, going in O'Connor. O'Connor back to the point, unable to keep it in there with Strout. Over the line for Yarmouth, it is Strout. Strout forced wide by Kelly. Strout behind the net, fighting Kelly for it. They both go down. Centering pass right in front. Yarmouth can't tip it. Right there was Zinman. She couldn't get a stick on it. To the boards, it's Spear. Spear gets it from Kelly. Kept in, though. Nice wheel and deal by Zinman. Zinman tried to pass left wing side for White. Didn't connect. Off the boards, Winslow with control. Raiders, or check that, Tigers able to clear it out. Back of the line, O'Connor. We got a whistle. I have no idea what for.
I was watching the puck, but I think it came from the
timeout.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, we have a timeout.
An injury.
Oh, I didn't see. All right, we got a Yarmouth player down in the corner, almost out of sight here, down to our left.
Yeah, right down by the dash. Good, again, spotter, Logan Cameron right on top of it.
So a Yarmouth player down, Trainer being escorted down in that area, Yarmouth player up. So the Trainer got a free ride out there, and getting up is White, has her glove off. And she skates off. So
I totally admit, I don't know if she lost an edge. I think it was well behind the play.
So Emma White skates off. And a tip of the hat to Sophia Sullivan with the escort for the Trainer. So we will have a face-off. It'll be outside the Yarmouth line with 8:43 to go. And Yarmouth in charge, 4-0. All right, face-off outside the Yarmouth line. It's Berard and Naveschuk. Won by Berard, but it goes all the way in to the Winslow zone. And first on it, Maya Naveschuk. Naveschuk, she got great skating ability. Back to the top of the circle. Touch pass right back to her. Naveschuk. Wheels, deals. Now to McElhinney. McElhinney's got two. And Strout has two for the Clippers as we come down to 8 minutes to go in the third.
Ooh.
Got a penalty here. It's going to be called on Winslow. Getting crushed over there was Dylan McElhinney.
You see this in the corner here as this works up the boards. Yeah, she catches a whole lot of that sideboard.
McElhinney got up a little bit slow, but is off. And on the ice still, she'll skate off, but she is okay. Didn't pick up the number of the guilty party for Winslow.
Yeah, me either.
It was at 6:54. And perhaps we're going to get another timeout. And this one is a legit timeout.
I think a little frustration there from Winslow.
Here's the call. So it's Hambrick
again
out for a rough. So she's drawn both of the Winslow penalties. Gives us time to tell you that we've got High school basketball tomorrow night, times 2. It's a double dip from Folsom Gym in Fairfield as the Nokomis, wrong game. The Messalonski Eagles take on the Lawrence Bulldogs. Nokomis and Lawrence, that was the other night.
And we only tried to get it in twice.
We only tried to play it twice.
We'll try a third here in a week or so.
They rescheduled it for the 23rd. Yeah. So tomorrow night, it's Nokomis at Lawrence. Girls at 6, boys at 7. Saturday night high school hockey. Holton Hodgdon will be at Meso, 7 from Colby.
It's Meso at Lawrence tomorrow.
What did I say?
Nokomis at Lawrence.
See?
I know, right? I know. It's Messalonski tomorrow.
Messalonski.
Yes.
All right.
Our first chance to see, obviously, arguably the best girls basketball player in the state, Maddie Provost, and then one of your all-around favorite athletes, Ashley Shores.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to see what that Messalonski team looks like, obviously, in the post-Merrick Smith era.
Yeah, boy, if they had Merrick Smith, they'd be the favorites to win it all, seriously,
they
in
were
Class
voted
A.
second in the preseason coaches poll.
Yep. He prepped out, and they're still – our guy Ryan Parent had 17 the other night, I saw, as Yarmouth is on a power play here. A save there by Gilbert. Rebound is loose, and it trickles wide off the dasher, trying to center it. O'Connor, that deflects off escape. Back to the left point to Strout. 5-on-4 advantage. Strout leaves it. Ooh, nice pad save. That was tipped by Zinman, and pad save by Zoe Gilbert. Back over the line. Strout, great move. Shoots, glove save. That was probably going to go wide, but
Take a look at this pad save again.
That was beautiful.
Gilbert having to react quick as it gets caught on a deflection. Does a nice job throwing that left leg out here, as you see. She was leaning right and had to go back left.
7:25 to go in the third. 4-0 Yarmouth. Clippers on a penalty. On a man advantage, that is, on a Winslow penalty. Over to Strout. Strout tries a one-timer, went wide. Off the dasher, picked up by Rideout. Rideout back to Navaschuk. To Strout. Strout, pass went wide of Navaschuk off the boards, trying to clear. Sullivan can't. Cherry picked out of there by Navaschuk. Pass, left wing boards. Whoops, O'Connor fanned on it. Goes off a skate, goes down low to Zinman. Zinman, bottom of the circle, far side, through the face-off dot. Back to the point, Navaschuk in a screen, deflects wide. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Winslow able to get a clear.
Clippers got two different girls hunting for hat tricks.
Berard first on it. How about that? Katie Berard. She got plenty of jump left in her legs. Pass gets through, and it's Mishu. Mishu dumps it in. Berard will get off on a change. Final 10 seconds of the man advantage here for Yarmouth. Right up Broadway, it is Strout. Strout goes wide, looking for that hat trick. Short side, a save, loose, no idea where it is. Zoe Gilbert,
Whoa!
Here's the chippiness that we talked about, how these teams don't like each other. They had a little brouhaha last year, and Celia Zinman in the middle of that. No penalties, but we had a little shove there.
That's close again. Another one. Gilbert just didn't know where it was.
No, she's getting a penalty. Zinman's going out.
How about that?
So Zinman probably going to get a rough at 8:57.
Again, you talked about it. We mentioned in the pregame. Two teams, I think, in their class expected to compete for titles. Obviously, state runner-up last year for Yarmouth. Very familiar teams. Lopsided game the first time. Fight last season. Bad blood.
All right, so a 5-on-4 advantage here for Winslow. And that's a 5-minute penalty. So it's a major penalty.
How about
so
that?
A 5-minute major on Zinman.
Here's some. I imagine the timeout. I think there's a timeout here for Yarmouth, finding out that it's a major and not a minor.
I didn't realize that until I just looked up and saw 5 minutes on the scoreboard. So we have a 5-minute major on Celia Zinman for a rough. So the Winslow Black Tigers, and if they score, Zinman doesn't come back. She has to set out the entire 5 minutes. So here's an opportunity here for Winslow to at least score and have a chance to score more than one if they're able to get one.
To your point, those watching our stream, Central Maine Sports on YouTube, subscribe, always free. 6:03 left. I mean, Winslow, again, big deficit, but basically going to be man up for the rest of the game. So now's your time to make hay. That being said, let's not forget that Yarmouth does have a goal on a Winslow power play tonight.
Yes, they have a shorthanded goal. They have a power play goal. They have a couple of even strength goals. And Bill Boardman talking to the troops right now, down 4.
Show you the scrum again while we go through this timeout. Again, another goal that Gilbert lost, and obviously Winslow taking a little exception there to Zinman fighting to poke that one in. Zinman gets a little
feisty,
gets those gloves up high.
Clippers penalty to number 8, Celia Zinman, a 5-minute major for a face wash.
A what?
Face wash.
A face wash?
So I'm assuming basically contact with the face.
With a face wash.
Face wash.
That's the first time I've ever heard of that. There's a shot right on and a save there by Wiles. Never heard of a face wash penalty.
That makes 2 of us.
We used to call it just flat out roughing.
Yeah.
Face off to the left of Lexi Wiles. All right, off the draw. Winslow on a 5-on-4 advantage. Puck collected and cleared down by Sophie White.
That last shot, just the second this period for Winslow.
Kakamo back to get it. Kakamo off the glass to no one. Right back in by White. Winslow, that's been the problem tonight when there has been an opening. Not good plays to get the puck out of the zone. And again, not good there. Lug it out if there's no one to pass it to. Stealing it at center is O'Connor. Sweeps it right back in.
Now Yarmouth seems content to just keep this buried down in the zone as opposed to really pressing.
Pass up. Picked up there by Sullivan. Sullivan able to work it in, but first on it is O'Connor. O'Connor tries to get by Sullivan. Sullivan stopped her. Also in there, Leah Mishu. Now Winslow able to set it up. Mishu from the point. Shot was blocked. That one went wide. Got a trip down there down low. Winslow player got tripped. It's in. How about that? Leah Mishu scores on the power play. And Winslow gets one, and staying in the box will be Zinman.
She snuck that one in, just that far corner.
So Leah Mishu on a power play. Comes at 10:07. And Winslow stays.
Goal scored by number 6, Leah Mishu. Assisted by number 21, Katie Berard.
Berard with an assist. And that's it. Berard with the assist on the Mishu goal. 10:07. Winslow stays on the power play. Here is Berard. Berard runs into a Yarmouth Clippers defender in Sophie White. They both went down. Strout clears it right along the dasher and all the way down. 3:15 left on the penalty. 4:15 left in the period. Winslow's cut it to 4-1. They got a quick one. Here's Kakamo.
I see Yarmouth dialing up a little bit more of that pressure now.
3 players up on the forecheck. That hit somebody on the bench as Navaschuk went down too.
Berard gave her a little something to think about there after it was blown dead. Now Yarmouth for that first, before that goal Mishu just scored, was content to sort of just camp out at Winslow's blue line and just keep knocking it back in. Now you're seeing them extend and really challenge all the way down the ice.
Face off to the left of Zoe Gilbert. Won by Yarmouth. Clippers have it in the face-off dot. Backhanded wide. Nichols. Near side. Nobody there in black and white and orange. More white than black and orange, but you get what I mean. Back to center. It's Strout. Strout fires it in. Off the dasher, Nichols. Nichols winds up. Right wing pass for Zoe Ward. Ward couldn't handle it, cleared right back in by Adelaide Strout. 2:45 left on the penalty. Pass is picked off in the middle of the ice by Rideout. Rideout lost it to Ward. Rideout gets it back. Bouncer, great toe save there by Gilbert. She had to move on that. She's got good pad movement. That one around the dasher takes a funny bounce. But it's picked up by Winslow. It's Kakamo. Check that. No, it's Nichols. Nichols lugs it up, then gave it away.
I'm not sure what the thought process was there. Drag it through.
Here's Maya Navashchuk. Navashchuk veers in, shoots and scores! A brilliant shorthanded goal by Maya Navashchuk. And it's 5-1.
Look at that toe drag as she goes right across the face of Gilbert and finds nothing but open net.
Time of the goal, 11:54. That was absolutely a beautiful goal by Maya Navashchuk. Short-handed.
It was filthy.
To make it 5-1. The way she angled in with her body, brilliant. That is a goal scorer's move. Kind of takes the steam out of the power play when you give one up.
It wasn't overly loud here, but I think felt Winslow perking up a little bit, and it just went right out the door.
Raiders got the goal from Leah Mishu. A little bit of a jump, but it didn't last long. 1:45 left on the man advantage. Here's Berard. Berard over the line, pretty much bottled up tonight. Winslow's best offensive players and one of the best goal scorers around. Back in the zone, Strout. Here's the announcement.
Maya Navashchuk. Assisted by number 16, Emma White.
Emma White gets an assist.
It's a little generous, don't you think? She took it in almost from the blue line.
Yeah, the assist happened way before that. Apparently, here's Sullivan. To Berard. Berard with a wrister. That bounces in. Score, Winslow.
Take a look here. I think that's all Berard.
Okay.
You see the late there on the Mid-State Machine instant replay, I believe, banging her stick on the ground there for the Clippers was O'Connor. I think it was off O'Connor, so I think that's going to be all Bedard. Bedard.
So Berard on a power play at 12:54. And she's 5-2. So a lot of goal scoring here in the third.
Number 21, Katie Berard. Assisted by number 3, Alexa Kakamo.
Kakamo with the assist. So Gardner scores from Mesolonsky, geographically speaking. And it is 5-2 on the forecheck. Drea Rideout, taken away by Berard. Berard over the line. Top of the circle. Berard wide. Tried to skim it in front. Couldn't. On the other side, it's Sullivan. Sullivan back to the right point to Kakamo. Kakamo slid it up. It was blocked in the corner. Without a stick there is Sophia Sullivan. Now she gets her stick. Meanwhile, it's collected by Rideout and cleared all the way down with 1:15 left in the period and 10 seconds left on the penalty. So it's been an eventful 5-minute major. Out of the zone, Pody. Elliott Pody. Pembroke waiting for her. Over the line. The shot blocked. We are under a minute to go. Centering pass fanned. And Yarmouth able to break out. Here is Williamson. Right wing side. Shot there and a save by Gilbert. Steered it to the boards. 40 seconds left. 5-2 lead here for Yarmouth. Taken back, Strout over the line looking for a hat trick. That one was deflected and Gilbert ended up getting a piece of it. And it went wide. Out to center, here's Eleanor Williamson. Williamson gave it away right there to Pody. Pody over the line, 15 seconds to go. That one deflects wide. To the boards to Strout. Strout at the point, kept in. The shot by Kelly is a save, and down in front with 3 seconds left is Wiles. And is the puck under her? It is.
I think she had made that initial save, and I think had to make a rebound save there. She didn't quite get her hand on it.
So for what it's worth, Winslow will pull Gilbert. So they have 6 attackers on here. Faceoff will be to the right here of Wiles. To the boards it goes, and the clock runs out, and that is it. And so a happy bus ride home coming for the Yarmouth Clippers. Final from the Thomas College Ice Vault tonight in Augusta. The Yarmouth Clippers 5, Winslow Black Tigers 2, our postgame show, and our flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Coming up on Sports Radio 1160, WSKW, The Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermon and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermon location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Third period breakdown. It's time for it. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. A lot to break down. We had a busy period in the third. 4 goals scored. Dylan McElhiney got it started for the Yarmouth Clippers, scoring even strength at 4-13. Winslow got on the board. That made it 4-0, by the way. Winslow got on the board on a power play. Leah Mishu scored from Berard at 10:07. Raiders on the board. It was 4-1 at that point. Maya Navashchuk, though, scored shorthanded. A magnificent goal, a highlight reel goal. That made it 5-1. Emma White with the assist there. Again, a shorty at 11:54. Then Katie Berard scored on a tip. 12:54 on a power play. That was on the 5-minute major penalty there on Zinman. A power play goal from Kakamo made it 5-2. That accounts for the final score. Third period breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Skating ability and depth. You could see it. You could see the edge all night long for Yarmouth. They had more skating ability and more depth.
Yeah, and I think it showed up for the most part, I think it displayed itself for the most part in the forecheck. Yarmouth was just able to constantly hem in the Black Tigers, and then really that observation was a lot clearer to me in the second period. In the third period is that Winslow would just have to expand so much energy to get it outside the blue line to even try to get to the red line, that even if they had an opportunity, as you pointed out, I think a couple of times in the third period especially, just trying to get it to open ice. It just seemed, as opposed to wanting to skate it, just trying to push it up, and it would just end up being maybe one pass more often than not, probably end up on the stick of a Clipper, and the next thing you know, you're right back down on defense if you're Winslow.
Indeed, now time for our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. Have a second period, Adelaide Strout. She scored 2 goals in the second period. The first one came shorthanded at 10-13, and then she scored unassisted on a power play to make it 3-0. That was that unassisted? No. The first goal was unassisted that she scored in the period. That was shorthanded. That made it 2-0, and then she scored again, the assist of Eschuk and to Zinman at 13:57. That was an even strength goal. So a great period for her, so congratulations to Adelaide Strout. She is our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience on Kennedy Memorial Drive in Waterville. Meso and Lawrence ×2 tomorrow night. Girls at 6, boys at 7:30. More hockey Saturday night. Holton Hodgdon will be at Meso. We'll be at Colby for that one. Always a treat to go there. 7 o'clock face-off from Colby. So that's going to do it for the crew. For Alan, for Logan, for AJ, I'm Mike. Good night from the Thomas College Ice Vault in Augusta. The final in this one, the Yarmouth Clippers 5 and the Winslow Black Tigers 2.
You've been listening to a high school sports presentation on The Score, brought to you by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Keep posted on what's coming up. Live video and audio of girls and boys high school hockey and basketball. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. The place for local sports is Sports Radio 1160, The Score.